It's a big day for 7 South African lions. They are about to embark on an epic 1,800-mile journey.
The big problem with Africa is not that the lions are not breeding or that they're dying out. There's just no room for them.
Mike's ready now, and we're going to open the door, and they're going to start eating and hopefully present good darting opportunities for Mike.
No one has heard the roar of the mighty lion in the Rwandan wild for 15 years. The gruesome genocide wiped out not only its people, but also its diverse wildlife in an instant.
One of the reasons for that is that when cattle herders returned after the genocide, there were incidents of poisoning lions as they were a threat to cattle and due to general absence of management of the park.
But that is all changing. Now Rwanda stands as one of Africa's most advanced countries, and bringing the lions back would be the jewel in the crown.
We've specifically chosen 2 gene pools of lions from South Africa. One, the male lions come from a government reserve on the Mozambique border called Tembe Elephant Park. One is an older male, he's just short of 5 years old, and the other one is 3 years old. And they're totally unrelated. We obviously want to end up with a genetically diverse as possible group as the founding stock.
These 5 lionesses have come from 3 different prides, but we've bonded them in the boma. They've bonded very well. They're quite a cohesive unit, but you never know on that side. Once they're released into the park, they might split up, but who knows? You know, they might stay together.
We scanned each one for microchips to make sure who's who, in other words, specifically identify each one. They then get their second booster rabies jab. They then had a shot of long-acting antibiotics. We dewormed them for internal parasites, and we sprayed them for external ticks, fleas, lice. And then they've all had a long-acting tranquilizer. It lasts about 3 days, and it keeps them pretty calm whilst they're traveling.
There's heaps of things that can go wrong in a translocation like this. I mean, the worst case scenario, an animal can actually die in a crate, you know, from the stress or the anxiety of the move. There are heaps of mechanical things that can go wrong, vehicles can get stuck somewhere, and obviously there is always the danger that a lion can break out of a crate, you know.
But this is not a simple case of relocation. Rwanda is lush, green and swampy, and its native lions had adapted to a unique way of life.
The environment is very different, certainly to most of South Africa. These particular lions, they come from a humid area not too far from the coast. And Rwanda is, by definition, a humid country with quite a lot of rain. So I think they will adapt quite easily to the new environment. There's a great prey base here. I mean, the animals' numbers have built up significantly in the last 4 or 5 years. And it's a good founder population. They'll be able to breed very easily here.
We had a good welcome from the airport, and then as we got on the dirt track to the last hour of the trip, communities, school kids, en masse lined along the streets, along the dirt track, welcoming the lions back to Akagera.
As the sun rises on the lions' first day in the boma that will be their home for the next 2 weeks, they are greeted by some curious onlookers.
And there's a troop of baboons which just come right next to the fence, and they're having a good look inside to see what it is. They obviously don't know lions. They haven't been lions here for 20 years. We're just hoping they're going to stay outside and not jump inside, otherwise there could be chaos.
This is just the beginning.